In this video, I want to provide a quick overview of how to print an end-of-day report and clock out of the system to finish the day in your POS. If you're ready to finish your day and print off a day report, you can select the user profile in the bottom right-hand corner of the POS, which will bring you to the user profile screen. From the user profile screen, you're able to clock in and clock out manually, but more importantly, you're able to print off different types of reports, cash out, and finish your day by selecting either end shift or end day. If you'd like to print off a user report to see the sales of one specific user, you can select End Shift, which will allow you to print off a user report and clock out for the day. This would be ideal if you had servers that need a report that only outlined their specific sales and tips so that they can do their own cash out and finish for the day. If you'd like to print off a day report, which would outline the daily revenue for the entire business, you can select End Day and print off a day report and clock out of the system. This would be ideal if you're logged in as a manager or supervisor and want to finish the day and print off a report that outlines the entire revenue for the day. Also, it's important to note that these reports are automatically reset at the time that you set your opening time to. As a reminder, the opening time isn't actually the time your business opens, it's the time in which your day report automatically resets. You can change your opening time in the Restaurant Manager under the Company Settings tab, which can be found under Settings on the navigation bar in your Restaurant Manager. I'm going to go ahead and select End Day, which will bring me to a screen showing me any open orders in the system that I may have forgotten to either void or finalize. I can quickly select any orders that are still open and close them out as I wish. Now that I have no orders left open in my system, I can select Next up in the top right hand corner of the screen, and from here I'm able to force out all my users to clock out if any other users are still clocked in, print off a day report, and also manually clock out of the POS system for the day. I'm going to go ahead and select Print Day Report, which will allow me to select a printer to print off my day report from. You can also select Save to Photos, which will allow you to save a copy of your day report directly to the camera roll of your iPad if you'd like to save paper. Let's go into the camera roll of my iPad and take a look at the report we just created. As you can see here, if I open up my camera roll, I'm able to see the day report. Let's go into the camera roll of my iPad and take a look at the report we just created. On the day report, you'll be able to see important information such as the total of your tips, your total cash due, which would be your total cash payments minus your tips, or in other words, your cash deposit, total revenue, and a breakdown of your totals for each payment type. You can adjust which information is shown or hidden from your reports by going into your report settings, which can be found under the Settings tab in your Restaurant Manager. While it's quite simple to print off the reports you need to finish your day directly from the POS, you can also find these same reports and more comprehensive reports from your Restaurant Manager, which we'll go through next. Now that I'm logged into the Restaurant Manager, we're going to go through some of the key comprehensive reports you can retroactively download. We're going to start from the top of the navigation bar with Receipts. From here, you can download and print individual receipts from specific times that you'd like. For receipts or any other type of report, you can adjust the date range that you'd like to see by selecting the calendar icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Under Labor Reports, you have the option to download a report that shows you individual clock in and clock out times for specific users, which you can use to do your payroll calculations. Again, you can select the date range up in the top right hand corner of the screen, and then download a report as a PDF or CSV file to open it up in Excel. You can also edit the individual clock in and clock out times from here as well. You can also download specific reports of a summary of your revenue for a specific time and date ranges such as hour, day, week, or month. The most useful of these reports is the day report, which as we saw earlier can be printed off directly from the POS at the end of each day or shift, but you can also download this report retroactively if you need a report for a specific day in the past. There's also a user report, which provides a revenue and tip breakdown for a specific user within a certain date range. Well, as you saw earlier, it's easy to print off a user report from the POS for the daily sales of a specific user. From the back office, you're able to download a user report over a longer period of time. And last but not least, you're able to download a summary report, which is similar to a day, week, or month report, but can be set to a custom date range. For example, you can download a report for a specific weekend, or perhaps an entire fiscal year. Now that you've seen how to print off reports from your POS to end your day, and retroactively download reports from your Restaurant Manager, I recommend trying to print off a report from your POS and exploring the different types of reports you can download from the back office as well. Also, as a reminder, you can always adjust the information you see on your reports from your back office under the Report Settings tab.